You're on a path in the wood.
Who's there?
She sounds Don't let it fool.
I'm just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
They'd forgotten about you.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's so focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want.
I'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah. It's, pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
That makes all of the sense. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your...
Note the lack of detail.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Oh yeah.
You know why you're here.
Shut up, dude. Sayonara.
Doubt, unfortunately,
I've
clouds
seen
your
this one.
thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
But this time we're gonna follow through.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Also know what I've just thought of. There was a chapter 3. We've done chapter 1 and 2 over and over and over and over and over again. But we haven't seen a chapter 3, I think, since the first loop. If we're gonna call it that. We reached chapter 3, and I think chapter 3 was where there was those rolling hills, and then we decided to go the opposite way. We never survived to a third chapter after that. I find interesting.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Oh, I can't even select give up because I've done that before and it's been absorbed by the other. Genius. Thank you. Well then, let's finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
I mean, if you say that we survive, we survive. Haven't you learned anything throughout this journey, sir?
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
Yes, it was.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No. We have one more chapter to go.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And you die. The adversary. Let's go. Yeah.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that, you're here to slay her.
But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill. A warning. Before you go, she will... Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
I like his voice.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal, let's just get on with it already. The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Would you really call that an altar? I wouldn't. Kind of like a bowl. But okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Thinking of like a bowl where you like cut yourself to put blood in there for some kind of like sacrifice in a ritual. Let's ignore the mirror and just take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult.
I've never ignored the mirror, so let's just go into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I'm picturing a Henry here, seeing like the little Alkin antlers or something, going to the concert hall.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
What do you sound like?
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's throw down.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Are you me?
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
¿Por qué no los dos?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
She looks badass. Let's go. This is my favorite princess.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
He's a tiefling.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
Let's go.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Are you dope? Let's go. I trained for this. No, I didn't. I'm gonna get fucked up. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Like, how we're both still alive?
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
How are you just okay with that as a fact?
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Oh, mom.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Alright, fine. I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously.
I like that he remembers now.
You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
But I didn't mean remember, I meant believe. He didn't believe. He believes us now, which is great. I want to know who you are, though.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay! As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Would be nice. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never died. Do you see how alive I am right now? Would someone as alive as me already have died? I don't think so.
Don't try to lie to me, just please take this seriously.
Okay, fine.
Agreed. We can't win unless you treat this fight with the gravity it deserves.
Fine. So you do remember me?
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
Ah, damn. They know me in real life.
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
So this is a great one. Just piecing out. Bye, Felicia. But I want to fight her. And I don't want to ask her any of these things. I'm not going to tell her that I'm going to free her because I'm not. I'm going to kill her. She does. Well, fine. Let's tell her. Let's tell her that she looks different.
You look exactly the same.
Do I? So let's get out. Let's go.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor.
Oh, dang.
You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Oh, shit.
She almost looks disappointed in us.
I mean, I kind of.
Why is she disappointed in us?
I'm pretty disappointed too.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
I mean, I don't, but it's fun.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Alright, let's go. A bull in a china shop. Bait an opening and outmaneuver her. Ooh. Do I have the agility to do that, though? Striking at her heart, she's gonna be expecting that. I think this is the way. Baiting an opening and outmaneuvering her.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Not yet, I'm still breathing.
The princess's arm shoots forward,
Never mind.
her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
I didn't expect you to actually hear that.
How disappointing.
No.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter.
Yeah, and the other didn't take her. I did.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
We made it to chapter 3. The Eye of the Needle.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Maybe.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
It totally is the narrator's voice.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
I can't believe it took me this long to figure it out, but yeah, it's the narrator's voice.
No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included.
Oh, the other will take her.
Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
I don't know if I believe you.
Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that.
I mean...
There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here. Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin.
I'm a fan of chaos.
It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
I really like this track too. We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence is poured out into this world.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
Hey.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase. The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I wonder if the mirror's blocking our way, or it's the only way to go, because we ignored it last chapter. I'm probably reading too much into it, but I like it. I like how it fits into my own headcanon.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there.
You're not wrong.
Take it.
Just take it.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You do see it, right? All we see is a damned mirror.
Ah, you told them.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Ooh, I've never gotten the choice to smash it. We're breaking it.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Oh man, the music.
Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
This is exciting.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
If she kills us, is there chapter 4? Probably not.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
I like that. If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Those chains were nothing to her last time.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be nothing to her this time. But we need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me.
Down we go.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. You'll need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness.
I feel like her tail grew.
Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling! Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh, break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Oh, come outside.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
I like the strategy. I'm pretty sure if I used a blade on her, there's no way that we kill her.
I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
If you want a good fight, if you really want to see me at my best, we need somewhere with more space.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting.
Come and get me.
I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Let's go.
Run.
Let's go.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance.
This is great.
As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Pretty insane how we all started, right? With just this delicate princess. And look at where we are now. What a journey we've gone through.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
I'm gonna fight. I just need you to get out of here with me.
Little bird, where do you think you're going?
Yes.
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
This is so exciting.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge?
Yes.
Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it! Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
I like the sound of that. She's too strong, so that's our only way to really win. Are you sure you want to do this? You're free now. And out here, I have the upper hand. But we don't have to fight. Nah, fuck that. No talking. We do this.
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Charging me head on? Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash.
She looks a little concerned.
That's where you're both wrong. Left, now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly.
Is that a mirror?
Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh.
But she's hurt. She won't be able to swing that strongly again.
It's nothing. A scratch.
This is but a scratch. This is a flesh wound.
Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
Don't be surprised.
We're actually gonna pull this off, aren't we?
Shh, don't get ahead of yourself.
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
Oh, mama. Take it easy.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again.
Holy shit.
She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going, we can't stop now! You spy an opening. This time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us!
Yeah, they are.
But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
We did it! Oh, the nothingness is coming. Look at that.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Ooh. Did you catch that? There's like a flash of the actual princess there. But you do not have the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why?
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Whoa. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. Figure, faint and veiled in the shadow, just beyond the reflection. A raven. Or a crow. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
The narrator! Of course you're a fucking raven. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Holy sh... Oh, it blinks. Ew. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Quite a few. Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
But why does it work this way? Every time I ask a question, another part of the mirror breaks. After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I don't want to be that petty. I just wanted to ask you the question because there was an option given and I was curious. So that's why I'm asking the question. You don't gotta call me petty. I'm not petty. It's because of that. I'm gonna fucking kill everybody, you asshole. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
Holy fuck. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Are you a part of me, or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it?
Why are you in my head?
From one vantage point, I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Looks like we have 3 more questions. And way more than 3 choices. People out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
I see. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna do that. Life needs death. So I don't think I'm gonna kill her if that's what this is really about. If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
A god? Really? Oh! One final question. Death of the author. This is so mean. It's such a mean thing to say to a thing that's not gonna exist anymore. I'll tell them that I'll tell them what they want to hear before they're gone forever. Maybe. Rest easy. I'm gonna destroy her. I'm not.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Goodbye.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. She's beautiful.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Her hair is a bunch of hands, or arms. Wild. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Sure.
When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I'm not killing you. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked, if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh, we're gonna throw down? Oh.
Brutality splashes you against the walls, but with stubborn defiance you rise again. And with the dance of our conflict, I was brought somewhere new. Without you, my world would have been so small.
This is great. All throughout, it's been mostly black and white, and now they're giving you way more color, like a lot more black, but you're usually flush with all of the white and like the grays. This is great, and I love that they're showing this like right at the end.
Do you remember the moment of your triumph? Do you remember the feeling of your blade finally cutting me down? My defeat was a gift. Without obstacles to overcome, we stagnate into nothing.
And we've both grown from it, haven't we?
We have. Look at what we are now, and see how small we were then. My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
I couldn't understand you then, but I think I understand you now.
You saw with a single pair of eyes what you needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are.
I just realized it's more than just arms. It's their head. So this is the head and the hair of that individual head, along with the arms that would be attached to the torso. It's all over and all over her head. It's crazy.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it.
Oh, Laudna was one of my favorites.
I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours.
I love this model.
You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free.
Yeah, this is my favorite model.
Without sin, there is no redemption.
Makes me want to watch Nightmare Before Christmas right away. But without redemption, there can be no sin.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all. You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacy is reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took it.
I did.
Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
You were consumed by your own ego.
And through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful. Your left heart drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me.
The cardboard princess.
You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I don't want to hide from the truth.
Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
Huh. So I do want to leave with her. But I don't want to leave with her right away. So let's go with this, and hopefully they give us an option to leave with her later. I won't leave with you. Not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
You better not close my game again. As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Then again, like, I'm thinking, what if this creature is lying to us and killing her won't destroy death, essentially, and there'll still be death in the world, and leaving with her will actually cause the ruin of the world. I don't know. Now, we've chosen this path. We're going to stick to it. We're going to leave with her. I just want as much, like, dialogue as I can get, because I am enjoying this so much and I don't want it to end. Easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit. Yeah, it's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
We got a voice back. Oh, I love this. This is making me feel happy feelings. You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here.
My man.
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence.
Did I make her that confident? Probably.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Really?
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I am. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Oh.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Oh shit, look outside the window. It's just a bunch of her bodies, like, wrapped up on itself. Ew. The Katamari Damachi. I'd like that. For old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he?
He didn't.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
It's funny. After everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's like I lost a part of myself. Let's take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Down we go.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I do.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me?
This is brilliant.
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Now you're the one who wants to talk. Yeah, one last time. Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
It's not. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
I just noticed that she has the crown on. The princess crown. I wonder if she's always had it on. I just haven't noticed. Would resetting it do anything to help them? The people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer? And that's just life.
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
So I don't want to kill her now, even though I was supposed to slay the princess like maybe 30 times already. I keep reneging on that, but I want to be a god with the being and have the world continue to be the world. I don't want them to not have death because it's necessary. But yeah, I take it all back. I don't want it. And I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I guess we're doing this. We either reset the whole thing or kill her. Well, if that's the case, let's just keep asking her things. Or telling her things. I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care. But it seems important to you.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
Oh, I like you too.
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
I mean, I just said it out loud, so you heard me say it. It's not like something that you can infer off of anything else. I literally told you. We'd have to decide to do this every single time. Forever. Eventually, something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds.
That's what I thought.
What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
All right. Here we go. I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out.
I'm so sorry.
Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Oh. You blink, and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged, and left each of you with a piece of each other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
You leave the basement behind. And the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor. A world free from death. It's not really what I wanted, but okay. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. I'm gonna subjugate the world, am I right? I'm pretty sure I am. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free. And before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will, and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
You're back.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him? That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
A new and unending dawn. Slay the princess. Holy shit. That was it. That's crazy. Jonathan. Okay, wait. Jonathan Sims. Voices in your head. It was just this one guy. The narrator. These voice actors were amazing. I really enjoyed this game. This was so much fun. And now I kind of want to play it again to see all of the different... Holy shit. What is... Oh, the Patreon alpha testers. That's cool. That's really cool. I want to see all of the different variations of the princess and all the little things that we can do. But there's no time. Oh, this is cute. Look at those. Look at those creatures. Special thanks, Gab Smolders and everyone else. Our song, The Princess, The World Ender. Finish the game. Good ending doesn't count, huh? Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's a track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. What? I'm gonna do that. But first I'm gonna take a picture in case you make other things disappear. Hey, there we go. Thank you for that. Huh? This is cool. They give you the option to do all of this. Follow us somewhere else. Make your playlist. Play our other game. Yeah, let's make this playlist. But if this is actually the end, this was awesome. This was a great game to play and record in between my trips during this holiday season. So this is really cool. After this, I don't know what the heck else I'm doing, but I have still some traveling to do, and you know, Thanksgiving in the US is next week by the time this comes out. Yeah. So well, after Thanksgiving, I think December, I'll finally have time to really record some stuffs. I don't know what I'm recording yet because I just don't. It's whatever I feel like playing at that one given time, and if I think too much about it beforehand or announce anything, I'm just gonna drive myself crazy. Those voices in the head, like the skeptics and the contrarians and all that shit, that's in my actual head, so I'm not gonna do that. But I'm excited to record more. This was awesome, and I want to play this. If I had a Steam Deck, I would freaking play this on all of these flights. But let's make a playlist. Oh, it opened up Spotify. Stop it. That's sick. All right, well, I mean, I'm not gonna join the mailing list or Discord. No, I'm not. Let's follow them somewhere else. Where is somewhere else? Or somewhere else? Where to find us? Oh, it just takes you to their page. That's awesome. Play their other game. What is their other game? It keeps on opening a different browser tab. Oh, and now it's taking me to the Steam store. Scarlet Hollow. Return to the crumbling coal town your family built generations ago for the funeral of your aunt. You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Huh. Well, that's interesting. That's all she wrote.